Hello, Ramley and other NFL family. Payotime here with another little Rams video. And in this video, we're going to talk about this little event coming up. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you've heard of it. The NFL Draft. Yes, this is the time of year that I call, smoke screen, silly season. I say I call it, really. There's tons of people that call it that. But there's so many rumors around, mostly on the top 10 picks. And for the Rams, if you're a Rams fan, like myself, you have not had this experience of first round draft rumors about your team, right? Like since 2016 when the Rams selected Jared Goff. So we are in kind of unfamiliar territory. And, it's largely noted Sean McVay has never actually been the coach of the Rams while they've had a first round pick. They've always traded them away, which is still a possibility. It is still a possibility. And I'll start with that. There's three things I want to cover in this video. The first round pick, the draft as a whole, and then a fun, funky theory I have at the end of it here. So this first round pick, a lot of speculation, different scenarios, trade scenarios, pick scenarios. Personally, I think they trade it. Just it's embedded in me to think that the Rams are allergic to first round picks, and I think they trade out of the first round for some reason. I'm not an expert to give you that specific reason. Maybe it's trading for a player. Maybe it's trading out just to accumulate more draft capital in future years or something. I don't know. But I'm not convinced they pick at 19 for the sole reason it's just weird to think the Rams are picking in the first round. And that's my only logic. My second thing, though, about it, it would be really cool if the Rams actually did pick in the first round and they traded up. Like, could you imagine if they orchestrated some trade and they got, Joe Alt or someone and they traded up into the top, 5 or 10? Like, that would be really cool, and I'd be here for it. I'll fully admit to you, I believe Les Snead as a GM is one of the best GMs in the business, especially when it comes to trading. And you look at his track record, he's taken some big swings, and there's been some misses, but there's been a lot of home run trades as well. So, if he's got the phone going, talking to other teams, I trust Les Snead. I wouldn't want any other GM doing the talking other than Les. So, Les, knock this draft out of the park. I want to talk about the draft as a whole here. So 11 picks. Given the Rams roster and the approach they had to free agency with signing all these great veteran secondary players, I am inclined to believe they're going to move up at a few points in this draft. Maybe not into the first round, but in those mid rounds, I think there's some players they're specifically targeting, and they're going to have the opportunity to get those players with the amount of draft capital they have to move up and down that draft board. So I get excited about that. And most notably, the 6th round, where they have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 6th-round picks. And if you're a Rams fan, the Rams have done really good on these mid to late round picks. They've hit on quite a few, most notably recently last year, Puka Nacua, right? A 5th-round pick. So I get excited. I honestly get just as excited about 4 6th-round picks than I do about the Rams having a 1st-round pick. I think that the Rams do a good job of finding players that can compete and play at a high level and contribute, even if it's not necessarily their rookie year, but build on their talent with the team, and in their 2nd, 3rd year, develop into quality NFL players. So I'm here for it. I'm ready for the Rams to rock that 6th round. Those day 3 picks. Let's go, baby. Let me know your thoughts on the late round picks in the comments below. And here's my crazy theory. So I think that Sean McVay and Les Snead know that let me rephrase that. I know that they know they have a strategy. We've clearly seen that in this offseason dating back to last year. when they made the decision to move off of some expensive veteran players and replace it with young talent. It's a retool, rebuild, whatever you want to call it. And they made the playoffs last year. They were 1 point away, almost beat the Lions, and could have done something special. And that brings me to this year. This plan goes back to last year in this roster overhaul, right? And the Rams scouting department, and Les Snead and company, they have their players that they're targeting. And though the Rams have 11 picks, I could see a scenario where they actually end this draft with like down to 7 picks. And I'll be so bold to say that I think that there are specific players, most people would say on the defensive side of the ball, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Rams draft a wide receiver, draft a running back, draft some extra, guards and tackles. And I could see this being a draft that the Rams really view as like core roster building for years to come, because it's a talented draft class. And I'm excited to see what approach the Rams take, because if you look at this roster, there's really not that many holes. Maybe some help on the O-line, maybe some receiver depth. But again, if you're drafting for depth, that's a luxury. If the Rams find some linebacking help or some edge help or defensive tackle help, with Aaron Donald retiring, of course, that's a need. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm going to be on a ship during the draft, so you'll see some fun videos. I'm kind of traveling right now. And by the way, I guess this video is kind of unofficially sponsored by PT Travel, which is my travel agency. If you want to check out my other travel YouTube channel, there's going to be some content coming with that. But that being said, looking forward to talking draft with y'all in the comments, and I hope you're all having a great day. And as always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams. Woohoo!